Welcome. Actually, I can see Lindsay's live. Today I'm going to be interviewing UK's Dazzling Beauty 2015 to 16, who is Lindsay, our new winner, and she's going to be on this show today. I'm going to be asking her lots of questions. And also to let you know, just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Queen, the director of UK's Dazzling Beauty. So basically, I'm going to be offering lots of pageant training. Lindsay's going to be answering your questions as well. So make sure you do leave your questions for us if you have anything to ask. So I'm going to now bring Lindsay on to the show. We will be uploading the replay to YouTube. So please do tweet this out to your friends, get everybody to watch this. Share it on Facebook if you're watching it through Facebook, and we're going to definitely send out replay. Thank you very much, and welcome everybody. Hello, Lindsay. Oh, I don't think. Oh,
Hi.
there we go. Hi, Lindsay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. How are you enjoying yourself for this festive season?
Yeah, really good actually. We're just actually putting up decorations as we speak downstairs.
Oh, that's good. Brilliant. Welcome to this blab, which, well, let's pretend it's a TV show. No, I'm just joking. But no, welcome to this show, which is going to be really, really wonderful, because we're going to be able to ask you I'm going to ask you lots of questions on how you won the UK's Dazzling Beauty crown and title, how you experienced the competition, and also you did Miss England as well. So I'm going to ask you a little bit about that, and your tips and advice for young girls and women that would want to follow in your footsteps, because I know that there are lots of young girls and women, they would love to win a national crown and title, and you know, you're going to get your new big crown and your new sash, and so it's going to be really exciting when it all sort of sinks in that you've really won. So yeah, and we've got Sandeep there saying hello from India, and hello to Julia as well.
Hello.
Welcome everybody. Yeah, okay, so I have a list of questions that I want to ask you. So are you ready for me to fire away?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. So the first question I want to ask you is just for you to just formally introduce yourself to everybody. Tell them, you know, about yourself. Tell them just about yourself in a nutshell, and basically like your age, where you come from, and why you entered UK's Dazzling Beauty, and so on and so forth. So just a little bit of an introduction from you.
Okay, so my name's Lindsay, I am 21. I'm currently working as a hairdresser, and I work some waitressing shifts as well, just in Coventry. I entered UK's Dazzling Beauty because I wanted it to build my confidence and get to know and meet new people. And it worked. And I went to a few training sessions with Queen, which were really good. And they made me very more confident. And when it come to the final, I had that confidence, and I was ready to perform and do my best there. So
woo! Well done, Lindsay, thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a bit about your experience in the Miss England pageant, because you came from Miss England. So how did you get on there? You actually placed was it top 8 in the top 8?
Yeah, I came 8th in Miss England.
Really?
So that was my first ever one, so I was absolutely petrified. I'd never done anything like that before, so it was quite challenging, because I didn't know what to actually do or what to expect. So I didn't know what appearances we had to do. I didn't know anything about that. The only thing I was good at was fundraising.
Oh, okay.
I raised about £320 for Miss England, and their charity was Beauty with a Purpose.
Perfect.
And then, yeah, so it was quite fun because we had to make our own outfits, and there was quite a few really nice girls there that did like introduce yourselves, and
yes,
you got to know them, and I'm still quite good friends with them now, so that was good. It opened up a few doors, and I met a girl there that told me about UK's Dazzling Beauty, a girl called Laura, and she told me that I should apply, so that's why I applied for UK's Dazzling Beauty. And I'm glad I did.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you to Laura, whoever you are, because it really is, you know, I remember there was another girl called Hayley who has done really well in the competition as well, and someone told her about UK's Dazzling Beauty too, so it was really nice. I think she went to Britain's Next Top Model or something like that. She went to some kind of competition, and then somebody said, oh, you know, you should enter UK's Dazzling Beauty. And I think that in life, you know, there is that title that's for you, there's that big crown and title that's out there for you, and it's really good that you found your crown and title. And I'm really looking forward to your reign next year, because it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, so the question I want to ask you next is, what, like, let's say 5 or 6 things did you do to increase the chances of winning the national crown and title?
I did lots of charity fundraising, so I put on my own events. One of them was a charity music festival, so that was really good. We had different stalls there, we had mascots, we had people singing and performing on a big stage, so that was really fun. I also put on a charity Halloween festival.
Yeah.
So that my fundraising was quite a lot, and I managed to raise £1,070.
Nice.
So that was really hard, but we did it in the end. I also made lots of appearances.
Yeah.
And one of them I went to watch Miss England, actually. That was at the Ricoh Arena, and that was really good. It really showed how you should actually be on the stage, how to catwalk, and how the girls dressed and what kind of dresses they were wearing.
Yes.
So yeah, and I made a Facebook page, which I had about over 200 likes on, I think. And I just kind of tried to get myself out there. I was in the paper a couple of times as well. So I had 2 press releases. Yeah, I did actually quite a lot of work up into the final, actually. So yeah, I was quite pleased with what I did.
Very, very good, Lindsay. Definitely. I remember that, you know, I feel like what you did was you were very consistent, and like you said, you tried to do as many different things as possible. Like, you didn't just focus on one thing, because sometimes people can be really strong in charity fundraising or social media, but then they relax on other things that they're meant to do. So I really want to congratulate you for actually using your time effectively to do different things, and to really remember that it is, because I don't know if you remember me sending you a pie chart. I'm not even sure if I did send it.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Oh, that's good, because the pie chart sort of shows all the different areas to focus on. And I think some girls and women, even myself, like, for example, I could spend a lot of time promoting the competition, but I might forget to send out, a press release to the newspapers or magazines, because it isn't just about one thing. It's not just about social media. It's about the appearances. It's about media. It's about, like you said, having the fan page and promoting it, or it could be definitely doing things such as, the charity fundraising, the publicity, appearances. I mean, I don't remember all the areas of the pie off my head at the moment, but you know what I mean. It's like, it's not just one thing. And so it's really good that you're able to space out your time and really work on every area in the pageant. Yeah, so Lindsay, how did you do it though? Like, as in, what do you think led to that kind of determination to really work on all these areas? I mean, in this world, there are so many challenges and pressures, and people make a lot of excuses for not being successful. They say, oh, I can't be bothered, I'm too tired, I don't have the money. There is always an excuse for something. So how did you have the willpower to keep going when it's really tough?
I don't know, actually. I just kept going and going and going. I just didn't want to stop. I just wanted to keep getting myself out there. I wanted to just keep going. I wanted to keep posting on Facebook. I wanted to go to as many charity events as I could. I just wanted to just be in my crown and sash all the time.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. Yeah. So, that's fantastic. So, and you said that you went to Miss England.
Yeah.
But also you got to meet Miss England as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually got chosen to do a fashion show with Couture, which is a fashion clothing line, who sponsored Miss England in March. And the lady there asked me, via Twitter, she wanted me to take part in the fashion show. And Miss England was actually there. So I got speaking to her about her preparing for Miss World and what kind of things she'd been doing. And she said she had to take a year out to do all the stuff. She said some days she doesn't know what she's doing. She just gets a phone call and she just has to be there and be ready, or be ready in 5 minutes. But yeah, she went to Sri Lanka as well and had a massive photo shoot for one of the hotels there.
Amazing. So she took a year out from work and just to get herself prepared for
a year out from uni. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, do you know what, Lindsay? What I really love about what you just said is, it's in a way the truth, but the industry is so fast paced, and it's so, it's kind of like drop everything and go. Or, I mean, even when I get to do lots of TV interviews and appearances and stuff like that, when I was doing the same, I remember especially with the TV interviews, there could be like an event, maybe an award show, and it's like, are you coming to the award show? It's on, it's tomorrow and it's at this time. And I could be thinking, oh, well, I've got something else I've got to do or this or that. But it's really like you either drop everything and go, or you miss out and then you end up staying in the same old boring places over and over. So did you find that happened to you as well? Like with opportunities, did you find that anything just came up and you just had to go for it?
Yeah, well, with my work, I'm quite lucky because I can kind of just work as and when I want because I'm self-employed hairdressing, and then I only do a couple of shifts at the pub, so I am quite flexible anyway, which is quite good. So I always find that if there is something coming up, then I can always swap people around, or I can tend to normally do most things.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so my job's quite good like that.
Oh, that's good. Brilliant. Someone says, hi ladies, that's DJ Gonza and AKA 7 Mo. Hi ladies, hello.
Hi.
And Lindsay, you're asked, Julia's asking a question. She's saying, Lindsay, how did it feel when your name, oh, sorry, she said when I named, like when, hold on, let me read that again. Okay, Lindsay, how did you feel when Queen announced your name as the winner? But when she said Queen, I was thinking when you were named Queen, but she meant me. Yes, how did you feel when you were crowned?
I was actually really shocked, to be honest. I didn't actually think I was going to win. I thought all the girls on the night looked really nice. They were all lovely, and we all got on really well in like backstage and stuff. So yeah, I was really happy because I know how much hard work I've put in.
Yes.
But obviously, I thought everyone there deserved to win. But yes, I was really pleased, but I was shocked at the same time.
Yeah. No, well done, Lindsay. I mean, like you said, it was a lot of hard work and determination. Did you ever use like a notebook or your diary to work through your plan, or your mobile phone? Like, what did you kind of do to
yeah, well, with the Celebrity Beauty Queen course, I had all my notes in a notepad. I had a special notepad for that course. So everything that you sent to us and wrote down, I printed off. And then I kept in a folder, and then I kept on looking at it and going over and doing all the worksheets.
Really?
Things say, like, if I just find them on the internet, I'd just write them down in my notebook, and then just so that I can read back on them. Or if I wasn't sure, I'd just look it up or ask someone. Or I'd speak to you. I think I'd rang you a few times for a bit of advice. Yeah, I just kept on going and kept writing things down and rereading them so that they stuck in my head.
That is so good, Lindsay. I mean, I'm really, really happy that you put, like, when you told me that you had like all these worksheets printed out, because sometimes it's like we're running the course, and I had quite a lot of technical problems with that course, but when we were running it, I kept thinking, oh, no one's even bothered anyway. You know, when you think, oh, who cares anyway? But the truth is, I mean, like you said, when you told me that you would have these printed out and you had I just felt like, oh my God, this really is doing something. And I know what it's like, because when I remember when I downloaded a course from America, it was just one online one, and it was on like how to be a pageant director, and there was another one I purchased on just a general one to do with like interview techniques and so on and so forth. And I remember just going through it, printing it out, and it really up-leveled everything for me and helped me to win like Miss Charity UK, Miss Charity Europe, and Miss Stardust Boutique, and all those different awards and titles that I won that really got me out there in a bigger way. So I definitely believe that, you know, doing the course, I mean, it really, you know, sometimes it could just be that little thing you hear, it could just make all the difference. So well done, Lindsay. And also for traveling from Coventry, coming out of Coventry all the way back to London to do the live pageant training workshop that we had. And also you came along to the actual training on the day of the grand final, and you were actually one of the, you know, very few that came. So I really do congratulate you for that, because the truth is it is sometimes easy to do something good, and it's also easy not to do it. So it could be like, okay, yeah, I can do it, or it could be I won't do it. And the difference between an ordinary person and an ordinary person or an extraordinary person is just that the extraordinary person just is willing to do what it takes. So they're like, do you know what? If I have to get down there 2 hours earlier, fine, I'll do it. So
yeah, it's like, even if you think you know what you're doing or you know the answer to a question, it's still better to hear someone else's opinion so that you can take that on board as well. Yeah,
definitely. Because I remember when I was trying to win, I remember that nothing really happened until I actually took the right steps, which was, do you know what, I've just got to, you know, learn from these experts, because there were so many pageant coaches and they would tell me, you know, I remember there was one judge and she said, oh my God, you should have won that. You were meant to win that day. So that you had the best charisma, you were fantastic, you had everything it took. But she said that the reason why I didn't win was because She said I need to really work on like the pageantry side of things in terms of the right colour dress and the right hairstyle for myself and so on and so forth. And it was like I could just have took that as, how, you know, who do you think you are telling me that I need to change my dress or whatever? You know, do you know what I mean? But it was like, oh, okay, wow, that's so encouraging. Thank you for telling me. Okay, is this what I need to do to improve? Fine, let me work on that. The next time I'm going to be better. And because I kept taking the tips on board, I started to go up and up and up. And now today I'm a pageant director. So I do think you're right. You can take on those tips on boards. And I mean, even at this stage right now, I'm still learning from even other pageant experts, you know, like, because there's more to learn. So yeah, I really, really commend you for that. I don't know if that's the right word. Congratulate. So the next question I want to ask you is, somebody said, are you interviewing her or yourself? Well, great point you're making there. Now, the reason why I'm referring to myself is because a lot of the young girls and women know me, or they may not know me. And basically, I put down that this is on YouTube, not YouTube, on Facebook, I wrote down that basically we'll be giving pageant training. So I'm trying to give the training along with Lindsay. And we're going to be doing a lot of that. It's about laser coaching, and it's really going to be helpful to the young girls and women watching. So yeah, maybe, I'm not sure if you're in the pageant world to understand what's going on. But yeah, Lindsay, are you, next question I want to ask you, Lindsay, let me look at my phone to see if I have any questions coming in from Facebook. I tend to get quite a lot. Oh, somebody has... Okay. Another question I want to ask you, Lindsay, is how did you go about with your appearances, and how did you get those appearances that you got?
Well, I just kept on Googling or looking on Facebook to what events were coming up in Coventry and Warwickshire. And if there was one coming up in my area or near that wasn't too far, then I'd just go and attend them. One of the organisers from Miss England used to tell me about events as well. You're not supposed to mix both of them, like our pageant with Miss England. But she said events that weren't all to do with Miss England, then she let me go to. So ones that she'd put on herself just for normal charity, then I'd go to them as well. Right. I'm trying to think what other appearances I did. I did some appearances just in supermarkets, just to raise some money as well. Mm-hmm. So I'd just stand in the supermarkets with my sash and crown on and collect some money that was for my uncle's charity, the British Heart Foundation. I just kept on going places and finding things to do and finding places to wear my sash and crown.
That's wonderful. Lindsay, did you feel... Sorry, I'm just going to send this tweet out now just to get people to watch us. Did you ever feel that you were receiving criticism, or some people were putting you down, or you felt like maybe people, I don't know, made you feel like, oh, why are you even bothering to do this? This is silly, you know, why don't you just give up and just focus on your career or something like that? Did you ever get any of that?
I don't think I did particularly aimed at me, but sometimes I did feel like, oh, well, are people even looking at my Facebook page? Are they even interested in what I have to do or say? Are they even bothered that I'm raising money? So you do sometimes think of them questions in your head, but it didn't really portray. Nobody really said anything nasty or anything. Everyone was quite nice, actually. So yeah, no. Brilliant.
Thank you for all the hearts, everyone. We've got over 100 hearts each. Or this claps, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yes, that's really good, Lindsay. I mean, like you said, there is that you can get those thoughts in your mind that you think, oh, is anybody even listening? Are they watching? Do they care? But it's really good that you persevered through all that. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you is, if you had to give advice to any young girl or woman right now that wants to win a national title in 2016, what 3 to 5 things would you say that she should do to try and increase her chances?
Okay, I'd say try and do as many things as you can with your title. So get yourself out there, go to events, do some work for charity. Don't just concentrate on one thing. Do a few things, even if it's just 2 or 3. Just concentrate on getting a few things into your title instead of just the one, because 3 is better than 1. Be yourself. So just make sure you're being yourself. Don't try and follow anyone else's footsteps, because at the end of the day on the stage, you're presenting yourself. So you need to walk how you want to walk and not how someone else is walking next to you. Do your research. Make sure you know what you need to wear, what colour it needs to be. So look at each round. So like the pink round, don't wear something that's going to be green or yellow.
Yeah.
And just have fun. I don't know, just enjoy yourself. It's a competition, but at the end of the day, you're there to make new friends and just enjoy yourself.
Yes, definitely. Wonderful. Brilliant. So do you have any questions, anyone? Please leave them on Facebook. You could tweet them to us, or you could put them in the little chat box here. Okay, there's a question here that says, how could I raise money for charity? I'm going for Miss Inspirational in 2016 and I have to fundraise, but I don't have any ideas on how to raise the money.
Right, okay. Becky, you can do a number of things. Obviously not everyone wants to do this, but I have recently just dyed my hair pink for charity. So that's an ongoing thing till I dye my hair back. But you can do little things such as guess how many sweets are in the jar and just place it somewhere. Like I used to place them at work, and then I'd get people to come in. You could do some raffles, maybe raffle off, buy a prize. That's not very expensive. And just do some raffles to your friends and family, or at your workplace, or at your school. It's quite hard, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so many.
There's just so many ideas. Yeah.
I think it's good what you said. I think you've said quite a lot of good things. I mean, especially like you said of the charity raffle draw, because you can do that online. You could actually set something on Google. You could even do something like selling clothes on eBay for charity as well, like an auction, or do something on Gumtree. And one of the things that I would recommend that you could do as well is just try and do street fundraising, especially if you're young. If you go with like an adult, like a parent or something, you could actually go and knock on doors and say, hi, I'm trying to raise money for charity. Would you be willing to donate £2 or something like that? You could even do chores for charity. So it could be you're going to wash the dishes for a week, to every day you wash the dishes, you get paid £5 or something like that. So use some of Lindsay's tips on board, because it's really, really, really good. And if you want as well, I could send you a little recording that we have on charity fundraising, which could help you as well.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people on Facebook doing the charity photo shoots. So basically, it's like a £2 to enter. So you send in a photo, and then at the end of the competition, you pick who's the best. I've seen quite a lot of them and quite a lot of photo shoots just online. So you can do things online through Facebook. Just open up an account so people can pay the money into your account.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a good idea. I was going to do one, but I need to find some crowns. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can buy something on eBay, like...
Yeah, they do little crowns in Claire's accessories as well.
Ah, that's good.
Okay. So, get some from there.
Brilliant. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you is, how did you go about finding sponsors? Did you find that any luck with finding sponsors, or what kind of sponsors would you like to have in 2016 if possible?
Well, I did message Louis Vuitton, but they didn't get back to me. I think I was a bit eager for that one. But no, because of my two workplaces, they tend to sponsor me quite a lot.
Oh, that's good.
So my salon sponsor me, my manager's really good, and so does the pub. So yeah, I tend to find it's quite easy for my workplaces to sponsor me. But in terms of big sponsors, it is hard. It's so hard. The amount of emails and letters I've sent to people, some of them just don't reply. And then you just think you should give up. So, but no, I don't mind who sponsors me. But I would like to have, I don't know, a makeup or a dress sponsor me, maybe. That would be quite cool.
That would be really good. I'm sure that could definitely happen in 2016. Lindsay, so what's the name of your salon, so we can give a shout out to your sponsors so that we could maybe get them some new customers?
It's Divine Hair and Beauty. And then the pub is the Newlands pub.
Oh, thank you so much for those two sponsors. If you want, Lindsay, we could if you have the link, I could put it onto here, or we could do it after the video. I could put it underneath so that people can click on the website and become customers.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, so what did you find to be your biggest challenge in the pageant world? Like when you were trying to win, when you were trying to prepare your outfits and get everything ready, what were your biggest struggles? And how did you overcome them?
I'd say my biggest struggle was making the video. As silly as that sounds, I found it really hard to speak in front of the camera. I felt it was a bit awkward sometimes, and sometimes I don't like saying a lot of things about myself. So that was quite challenging. I think I made the video at least 200 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But your tips and your pageant training gave me the confidence to make it. So
thank you. Brilliant. Well done. I think the video was really, really good. So congratulations.
I think it's just about building your confidence in these situations. So just keep practicing and then you'll be fine.
Practice makes perfect. That's definitely a great tip. Mr. Michael D. Second, he says, that's an impressive sleeve you have on there, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't see many beauty queens with sleeve tattoos, do you?
Can you actually see it from there?
I don't know if you can see my picture. I think I've got it in my picture as well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, Lindsay, so talk about your tattoos as well. Like, how do you feel about the fact that you have tattoos? I mean, I hope you don't mind talking about it, because I think it's something that it's, you know, we don't mind it in UK's Dazzling Beauty, but I know that some pageants, some girls try to cover it up and so on and so forth. So did you ever feel that pressure of, oh, you know, I've got to cover it up, or, you know, how do you feel about it? Because I think it's lovely.
Well, in Miss England, nobody had a single tattoo there. So I would never cover them up because that's just who I am. Yeah. But I did feel at times where, obviously, because you see in Miss World, nobody has a single tattoo on them. I don't know if they think it's that you shouldn't have them, or if it's not elegant, or I'm not sure. But no, I've never felt the need to cover them up. I just get them out. I get them all out on show, just because that's just who I am. I just don't think you should be judged for what you have on the outside, for what you are on the inside.
Yes, that's right. And yeah, I mean, we don't have any problem with our queen having a tattoo, and because, like you said, it's actually it's your preference. You know, it's actually something that you love and that you find that really makes you express yourself in a very creative way and beautiful way. So it absolutely, in UK's Dazzling Beauty, we just love to embrace all girls and people with different passions and talents and creativity and everything like that. So yeah. So there was another girl that had a tattoo, and I think another queen was talking about it and saying, oh, you know, you go girl for coming out there, showing your tattoos and everything like that. So yeah, so well done. Okay, so let me just check to see if we have any questions coming through. Do you have anything, Lindsay, that you know what young girls and women really want, like advice on? Do you have any tips to offer them for 2016, like the real, like things that you think are quite cringing in the industry, that you feel like, girls, you need to get it together, you need to sort this out? You know, when you notice like patterns of, oh, like always notice people do this or that, and you think, oh, you really need to work on that in the pageant world, or even the modelling world. We're going to talk about modelling in a minute though, but yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I suppose the catwalking maybe, because people feel like they need to copy that person that's in front or whoever they've seen on TV, and sometimes it just doesn't suit their look or their face. So you need to walk with how your body and posture is, otherwise you'll just look a bit odd and out of place. Right.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, did you hear that, young ladies and even gentlemen as well, because we never know who's in the pageant that's a man here. But basically Lindsay's saying, you know, that it's good to be yourself with the walk, because it's true. I mean, even when I walk different from maybe the way you would walk, and everybody has their own style and way of doing things, and I think that it's about like embracing your own creativity and your own style, basically. So that's a very good tip. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you, Lindsay, is about, I really want to ask you about modelling, because I know that's something that you really want to do. So how have you been able to attract like all these photo shoots, working with photographers? Because I know that some young girls and women, they don't really have like high quality photos, and they don't really get to work with photographers, so they may want like tips on how they can actually do the same.
Yeah, well, it all started was I used to work in a sports centre when I was about 16 or 17, and this girl just approached me and she said, right, I'm booking you a photo shoot, you need to come with me. She was a model herself, and she said, right, make sure you're free Sunday, we're going on a photo shoot. And I was just like, what? I've never done it before ever. I didn't even know anything about modelling then. I didn't want to be a model, so I was just a bit like baffled that she'd just come up to me. I was just there cleaning and this girl just approached me. So I went along with her. She was really nice. So I went to Birmingham for this photo shoot. I've never been so scared in my life. So I think it was about a couple of hours. And then from there, she created a website, which is called Pure Storm. And she put my photos on there. And then what happens is they can see that there's a new person on that has signed up. So then you get photographers that message you that are in or around the area. And so I just got a few photo shoots from there. And then I uploaded them onto Facebook, and then had a few other people that were messaging me for shoots. All the shoots I've done were time for print. So that means it's free for the photographer, but then it's free for you. So you help them and they help you. And then after I've done a few photo shoots, I started to enter beauty pageants. And then when you go along to beauty pageants, you meet photographers there. So a few of them from Miss England wanted to shoot with me after. So it's just about getting yourself out there, knowing people, and just meeting new people.
Yeah, brilliant. I actually had that happen to me on the Pure Storm website as well. But I think, I mean, it was a long time ago. But when I was doing this charity, I think a photographer reached out to me as well, saying, you know, would you be interested in the shoot? It wasn't free, but it was time for print. Sorry, it wasn't free at all, but it was a very like tiny price. So I went for it. But yeah, I definitely love the idea of the time for print, time for pictures on a CD, because it really does work. I've been able to work with lots of photographers like yourself that have given me that opportunity to work with them for free, and they just use the photos and use the photos. So I think that is so, so good. And that's something that I recommend that you girls and women watching right now, or even gentlemen, like you know, men out there as well, you know, the different gents watching, you don't have to always pay for your photos. You can actually work for photographers and actually be their model. You know, they'll take you some really nice photos and then they'll use it for their portfolio, and then you'll get to keep some of them for your portfolio. So it's a great divine exchange, and a great way for you to actually have some really high profile photos that you can use to promote yourself more effectively. So Lindsay, do you think there is a difference between having high quality photos and low quality photos? Like, what do you think? Do you think it lifted your brand, like lifted yourself and made you more outstanding?
Yeah, because I had so many different types of photos. I had indoor photos, outdoor photos, black screen, white screen. So all the different kind of studio shoots and location shoots give you a different look each time. Yeah. So it's very important to have high quality photos, especially if you want to get into the industry, because you need to send off a portfolio eventually, so they can see your look in the professional light. But then sometimes it's good because you do need low quality photos, because some of them just want a normal photo of your headshot with no makeup on. Some of them want you to have the different looks with loads of makeup on, being funky hair, having something different. So you need a various different lot of shots in your portfolio. So you need natural, you need a bit crazy, and then you just need like your normal fashion, or maybe some lingerie if you want to get into that when you're a bit older. So obviously, if you're under 18, you're not really allowed to do that. But I would say if you are going to go on the websites and go on a shoot with these photographers, I'd make sure you bring someone with you.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to think about your safety, like Lindsay said. You know, you've got to think about that, because there are seriously dangerous people in the world. You know, as much as we wish everybody was lovely, not everybody is, and there are lots of scams. You can be scammed, so you've got to be really careful. Go with your mum or a big sister or whoever. I mean, if you're over the age of 18, then you can actually go on your own, but it is safer to go with someone, definitely, especially if you've never met them before.
Yeah, I still go on photo shoots with my friends now, and I'm 21, so it's just always about being safe. Unless you don't know them, I would never go on my own.
Definitely. I've been on shoots on my own, but it's when I'm working with women, so it's like, okay, it's a woman photographer, and usually with people that I actually know. There was one woman that I worked with that I didn't know, but I made her come to me, like my sort of area, so it's not so bad. So I definitely recommend, like what Lindsay said, be safe and go with somebody, because I'm nowhere near, I'm not like in my 20s, and I still have someone most of the time, especially if I don't know anyone, especially if I don't know them. So yes, definitely. Okay, so I just want to talk about the course, the Winning the Crown course, and I wanted to find out like what you know, like maybe there was, because basically we had a survey where we got lots of girls and women to fill in the survey, and then we sent out the ebook. Did you receive the ebook, Lindsay?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Brilliant. So what did you think of the ebook? What did you think about the survey? And also, what do you think about the course, like the sound of the course? And because you're going to be doing the course for free, you're going to be able to do all of our courses for free. So throughout this whole year, and if you have other courses, we've got other courses coming up the year after as well. But I think you're going to have a real good taste of things, like, okay, what's this course about, what's that? And it's going to really up-level you. And, you know, I really believe that success can just come at any given time. You could be, like, just one day doing a normal thing, and then the next day you're in Hollywood, and you're like, how did this happen? So, yeah, so what do you think you would... Oh, sorry, I just got a question. Do all the winners of UK's Dazzling Beauty get courses for free? Yes, by the way. Yes, you do. So, Julia, you can do the course for free too, and so can Eva as well. And even if, I think there might be a few other girls that might want to do it. If they do, they can do it as well. So, yes, definitely, most certainly. But yeah, so tell me what you think about the ebook, the course. What do you want us to make sure we put in the course, and so on and so forth?
Well, I think it's important to know, like, I think it's important for people to know how to win the crown, because some people go in not knowing. Like when I did my first pageant, I didn't have a clue what to do. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. So it does baffle you, and it does set you back, because when you're up against girls that know everything and have been doing it for years, you're just standing there like not knowing what to do. So yeah, I think it would be really helpful, and also knowing what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
In the pageant, because there's a do's and don'ts, wasn't there? So I think that would be really helpful for some of the girls. Like you said, wearing a black dress for the evening wear round doesn't go down great on some pageants.
Yeah.
So yeah, the course would really help.
Brilliant. Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, most certainly. I mean, I definitely think, cause one of the things that I remember speaking to a young lady about is she said that she knows someone that, you know, they're in a very big pageant, like I think it was Miss Mexico or something like that, or let's say, I don't even know, but it was a very big pageant in America or South America, you know, North America, South America. But the thing is, what happened is this woman just always placed every year in the same title. Like she always, every year without fail, placed at the same place. So it was like she'll come fourth place every single year. And do you know what? There is nothing more depressing than that. Like, and I actually think that it's a fear. It's like a mindset where they think, oh my God, I'm gonna get fourth place again. I just know I'm not gonna do well. Oh, please don't let that happen. And it actually just happens again. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's the reason why I wanted to do the course, because I've seen the pattern over and over and over with quite a lot of girls, and they always get second place or always 10th place, and you know, and even if it's not exactly the same place, it's always close. And so, I mean, what would you say to young girls and women like that just keep on having the same result year after year, even if they are the experts and the pros? They are just, you know, unfortunately just not going to that next level.
I'd say maybe whatever they're doing the past 4 years, maybe just try and do something different, whether it's have a completely different dress for the evening wear round, whether it's to do your hair differently, get a makeup artist to do your makeup so you look different. Just think about all the things that you need to think of in the pageant world, and just try and put them all into one instead of concentrating on one thing.
Brilliant. So basically just doing everything, like the media, the appearance, and so on and so forth. Okay, so Lindsay, what do you think that this is my, I'll try and, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions and then we'll wrap up, because I know that the interview goes so quickly, but at the same time, the time is definitely ticking. So I want to ask you, Lindsay, what do you intend to do with your crown and title in 2016? If you could have the most phenomenal year ever, like what things would you like to do to make it like, oh my God, that was the best year ever?
Well, I want to make lots more appearances with my new title. I'm going to actually go and watch Miss Galaxy to see pageant girls there and do an appearance there. What I would love to do is to do some charity work abroad.
Ah, that would be so good.
That would be my main thing, but I wouldn't know where to go yet. So yeah, I'd like to do that. Maybe get a big sponsor to sponsor me, and just keep doing what I've been doing the past 6 months, and just get myself out there a bit more, get some more press releases, some more interviews, and just go from there, really.
Yeah, brilliant. And finally, what do you think is the biggest downfall to a girl's career in the pageant or modelling industry? Like, what could really take them down?
I'd say other girls that aren't very nice to them, or if someone they know close, whether it's a close friend or a family relative, if one person keeps putting you down or saying, oh, you're never going to do that because you're not pretty enough, or you're not slim enough, or look at her, look, you're nothing compared to her, because some people do that in this industry. They put you down quite a lot just to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think if you've got someone being negative, you need to just blanket, put it back to your mind and just think positive all the time.
Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely, Lindsay. It's so true. So you've got to really believe in yourself, young girls and ladies. You've got to have that positive way of thinking. Don't let them bash you down, because it's true. If you believe it, you will start to just do what they say. If they say, you know what, don't enter anymore, give up now, you know, that pressure to give up on your dreams, you know, if you give up on your dreams, it's like you're not, I know it sounds a bit dramatic, but it's almost as if you're cutting off an arm or something, because your dreams are it's everything that you have. I mean, someone said something like, work on your dreams or your goals as if your life depends on it, because it does. And it really does. I mean, if you're not going for your dreams, they say that you're either living or dying, and you need to live life like fully and completely. And if you're not living with purpose, then really, are you really living well? So yeah. So, thank you so much, Lindsay, for being on this show today, where I've been able to ask you all the questions on pageants and your crown that you won. And, basically you've given the girls lots of tips on really making sure they do everything. I think that's the main point you made, is that, you don't need to just focus on like social media or just appearances or just charity fundraising. Try and do all the areas that would lead to your winning of the crown, because it's true, you need to do everything. You need to be like the best in every area. And of course it can be harder in some areas, because some girls are talented in other areas more than others. But like you said, if you try and do at least 2 or 3 things, it's going to increase your chances all the more. So
yeah, as long as you're putting in 120%, then that's all you can do. Definitely.
Brilliant. So we want to wish you a Merry Christmas as well. Like, I'm sure we're going to have more of these blabs and so on and so forth, but we'll definitely do another one, Lindsay, when your new Sash and Crown comes, or in a few months when you're doing more things with your new title and crown as the new year progresses. So yeah, do you have any final words?
No, just good luck everyone who's competing in next year, and if you have any questions, just message me on Facebook or message Queen and we'll answer your questions for you.
Brilliant. And also, Lindsay, what's your have you got access to click on this show? Because I wanted to put your Facebook fan page there.
Okay, do I just copy the link in?
Yeah.
Okay, just bear with me.
Okay. And your Twitter as well, so they can follow you. Merry Christmas, Julia.
Okay, so I'm just sending my link to Facebook now.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure what my Twitter link is, but I'll have to get that on Facebook for you.
Yeah, if you post it on your Facebook, everyone, you can all go to the Facebook, like the page, and then you can get access to her Twitter and also follow her on Twitter as well. I think your Twitter. Oh, there's your Twitter. It's there. It's this one @Linz.
Oh yeah.
0x. So I think they can see it. So Lindsay's Twitter is @LynZZ_0x.
I've just sent it in.
Oh,
there you go.
Perfect. All right then. So thank you for joining us, Lindsay, and have a wonderful evening and a fabulous festive season, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you, and you. Goodbye.
Bye. So that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate it. I'm going to wrap up the show now, but before I do, I want to talk about winning the crown quickly. I'm just going to send you the website link for our course, which is called Winning the Crown. Basically, this course starts next week, and we really are looking for young girls and women to join this course. The reason why we really want you to join the course is because it's so fundamental and vital that you prepare to win the crown, especially if you do feel like you're never winning, you're always struggling, if you feel like, oh, I just don't know what to do to succeed. Please join our course, because we would love to teach you everything that it takes to win. You need to learn things like the do's and the don'ts in pageantry, the difference between winning a local title and crown compared with winning a national crown and title or international. Every level is different, so you need to know the difference. Like, what do you need to do if you're trying to win a national title? What do you need to do if you're trying to win an international crown and title? And then we have an audio that we're going to give you, which is basically the 15 things that you shouldn't do if you're trying to win a crown and title. So basically the 15 don'ts. And then we have a worksheet, which is like 27 things that the judges cringe at. So basically the dislikes of the judges. So you can find out, like, what do they hate and the things that you should just avoid. We also talk to you about interview technique as well. We've got some training on that. Training on catwalk. We've got the 7 ways to take your catwalk to the next level. Lindsay did say that with your catwalk, it is about demonstrating your own version of your catwalk. So you don't need to try and be like the next girl or the other girl. But this course will help you to improve your catwalk so that it will be your style and your own unique way of walking that really makes you feel amazing and shine on stage. Another thing that we're going to really cover in this course is basically, you know, what to do with your crown and title when you win. I mean, so many girls and women win crowns and titles, and then they don't really know what to do, or they don't really receive the strength, or whether it be they don't have the drive to keep going. It's like, oh, they want to go to make an appearance, but they can't be bothered, or they're too tired, or they have no one to go with them. So we're going to talk to you about how you can actually position yourself to get the best appearances, the best opportunities for charity fundraising. And like Lindsay said, you know, people want to go abroad with their titles and crowns sometimes. And, you know, that's some of the things that I've been able to do. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can do that. I've been able to travel to over 40 cities and states across the world. And I want to share as many tips as I can on how you can travel and get yourself out there. I've worked with over 140 girls and women, so I definitely know what I'm talking about when it comes to pageant training. I've worked with young girls, I've worked with mature women that are like over 40, and so if you want to learn how to win the crown, go to our website today. It's www.ukdazzlingbeauty.com. You can click on the link below and basically sign up today before it's too late. We have limited spaces, and we also have, you know, basically a bonus that if you join the course before, I think it's before the 14th. No, sorry, it's before the 19th. If you join before the 19th, you can actually also attend our training day for free in London, which is the Winning the Crown live workshop, a VIP workshop, a half-day intensive event. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm Queen China, the director of UK's Dazzling Beauty. Thank you for watching, and God bless you, and see you very soon. Bye.